No man was ever born who could stop his body from changing constantly. Body is the name of series of changes. What remains then but character? Time swallows up everything except character. This is the only thing it cannot touch. If we look back and study the history of mankind, we find that no matter how hard the struggle may have been to live here forever, in the end, all have been conquered by death. Emperors and kings have striven to build up something permanent but in vain. Look at the mighty Roman Empire. Look at the wonderful Greek civilization. Where are they? The one has crumbled into dust and other lies in ruins. And what has outlived them? The message of Jesus Christ, the son of the carpenter, and that of the beggar Buddha. They are still ruling the universe. Mysterious are the ways of the Lord. Those who wanted to live have died. Those who are willing to die have continued to live. Christ, who freely gave up his life, lives eternally. Buddha, who renounced a whole kingdom, rules over half the world. One obvious thing in all spiritual characters is that they naturally tend towards renunciation, because without it the spiritual growth is impossible. This idea of renunciation is often misunderstood, and the majority of human beings are even horrified by the mere mention of it. Yet we know that it forms the very foundation of spiritual life, and we can see how all great men have drawn their inspiration and strength from this source. Show me one mighty spiritual character who did not sacrifice all selfishness and go through supreme renunciation. You cannot serve both God and Mammon. There is a great depth of meaning in this simple saying of the Lord, but we cannot grasp it as long as our hearts are weak and impure. What makes us weak and impure? Dependence on matter and forgetfulness of the glorious spirit within. The more we love the world with all its vanities and depend on it, the weaker we become. Single-hearted love for God is also the aim of object of renunciation. No violence or hard-heartedness is necessary in renunciation. It is the natural growth of the heart. When we love God with our whole heart and soul, there is no room for anything else, and renunciation becomes easy. But renunciation does not mean running away from family, friends, and relations or being cruel to them. One can cultivate the spirit of renunciation in one's home by practicing non-attachment and unselfishness. The question may be asked, what do we gain by it? The highest reward for there is no greater good than to love God above all external things and to gain knowledge of the Supreme. Renunciation is one of the most important factors in building of character. What is character? Every act or thought leaves an impression on the mind. All these impressions taken together make up the character. When a large number of similar impressions are left on the mind, they unite and become habit. It is truly said that habit is the second nature. Indeed, Swami Vivekananda often remarked that it was all the nature we had. What we are today is the result of our past. This gives us great consolation and hope. Because if what we do is only habit, then we can make or unmake it through our thoughts and deeds. There are two planes in this universe where our mind dwells. The Sat, the real, the permanently existent, and the Asat, the unreal, the fleeting, the non-existent. One's standard of goods and evil proceeds from this. Anything that is a combination of matter is Asat, that is fleeting and changeable. When we cling ignorantly to such transitory things to gratify our momentary impulses, we become Asat, and it is such unsteady characters which we call bad. As, however, anyone who is bad has become so through habit, even holding his mind on the plane of evil. So he can overcome his tendency by learning to hold his mind on the plane of good by cultivating a good habit of thought. At first, it will be difficult for him and he will have to struggle hard. But if he persistently looks only for the good everywhere, then in the end he is sure to conquer, his character will be transformed.